Hey, welcome back to Parenting Connections. I'm your host, Dr. Tyra Hodge. We have Brett Varvel and his wife in the studio today. They're talking about country rescue, but they're also talking about parenting. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Tell us some stuff. First, tell us about country rescue.
Yeah, so County Rescue is an exciting show. It's a medical drama about a group of EMTs. It's a show about faith, family, love, and it focuses on these characters who willingly put themselves into harm's way to save people's lives every single day. But it also examines the questions of what's my purpose in life? How do I respond to things that I didn't ask for, but have happened to me in my life? And the character that I play his name is Andy. He's the captain of the EMT group. He's a Christian, but he's a goofball. I describe him as a little boy in a big boy's body, and he just loves to pull pranks. But then when duty calls, he puts his game face on, and his passion comes in to save people's lives. And it's a great show that I'm so honored that Great American Family is releasing as their first original series. It's a big honor to be a part of it.
And
And
so
yeah.
we're Pure Flix fans, and I need to quit talking until I get my microphone. But so I love what's going on. So what is it like to work with Pure Flix?
It's really cool. I'm so blessed to be a part of an organization that seeks to not only create good faith quality content, but excellent content. That's the thing I love about County Rescue is that it's a show that's produced well. Great acting, great writing, great cinematography, and the fact that Great American Family and Great American Pure Flix is partnered on this to bring it to as many people as possible is really really exciting.
So tell us about how this new venture, how did that reflect on the family? How does that?
Yeah, so we were one of the very first questions out of my mouth anytime that I get cast in something is, can my family come with me?
Mm-hmm.
It's because we we have four kids at home, and uh, my wife has been so supportive of me over the years, knowing that when I get cast in a project, that means weeks where I'm gone from home, and we wanted to do life together, and so we got an Airbnb, and she held down the fort with the kids, and you
For
can talk
about
about what you
four,
did.
yeah, about 4 weeks. And we live in Indianapolis. And so traveling to Nashville, I homeschool as well. So we get to look for those opportunities of like field trips and how can we explore the different place and whatnot. And then I think it was really special too because when we would go visit on set, like
Hmm.
during lunch breaks from just a few times, because we have small kids and quiet on the set would not work to be there all day. And I feel like the response that a lot of people would, they were like shocked that they like, oh, you brought your family, like it was not kind of a normal thing, I think, in the industry. And we've tried to normalize it because it's like, no, he's a husband first,
Right.
and he's a father second, and then this is his what calling and what the Lord has asked him to do with his talent. And so we get to be a part of that, and he gets to be husband, dad, and go to set as we get to
Yeah,
to be there with him.
and it's also a really cool opportunity to show my kids that why I do what I do. Yeah, I can go ahead and grab that microphone.
So why do you do what you do?
So when I was 18 years old, I had a really eye-opening encounter with the Lord, where I had created a short film, entered it into a statewide arts competition that exposed my coming to faith in Jesus Christ, being born again. And I won first place in the state, which was kind of a really eye-opening
Wow.
experience. But it was at the award ceremony where a janitor peeked his head in while my film was playing and gave his life to Jesus. And it was
Wow.
this, I didn't hear an audible voice and the clouds didn't part, but it was a clear call from the Lord of Him saying, "Imagine what I could do through you." And what I see is the importance of using the talents and abilities that God has given me, not just to provide for my family, which is important and needed, but to give hope to those who have no hope, to
Mm.
introduce people to the creator of the universe. And so that's what I try to make my life about with my career. But then bringing the kids on set and getting them to experience the people that I interact with on a day-to-day basis and the types of content that we get to create. Our daughter, who's our oldest, she even at times has recognized that, and she says, "Wow, I'm proud of you, Dad. I mean, the most recent project that I was also a part of, it's called Disciples in the Moonlight, and it's a movie that's coming out in theaters this July. And we had a private screening where she got to see it, and even a 12-year-old kid, just tears streaming down her face, not just because Dad did this movie, but because of what the movie communicates. The fact that it leads people to Jesus, and that's what she saw. And so we try to incorporate our family into everything that I do, because I want them to see that whatever area of life that God would take them one day,
right,
that's not an accident. It's by design, and that they can use whatever God has given them for His glory.
yeah.
And Christina and I try to model that the best that we can, with not only in home, but then when I'm at work, and so on and so forth.
Wow. And so, Pure Flix is changing things some, for us parents that want to be able to watch content with our kids, or to have good quality made content.
Yeah.
How does that play in? I know with homeschool, you try to. So my daughter is homeschooling, and she's working it out. She's working it out. But in the meantime, she's a rapper, and so
cool.
she wants to rap her way.
Yeah.
And so let me do this without her getting mad at me. So I was telling her, I mean, you're homeschooling. The whole idea of homeschooling is to protect your children, and so maybe the content, and I'll admit, I mean, she's talented, but if you're going to homeschool, you need to realize why you're homeschooling. That as an educator, people homeschool kids that have horrendous behavior, because they don't have a choice or whatever, but. So how do you feel like you're protecting your child? And I think Pure Flix is a way of protecting our children and our families. How do you feel as far as the protection of your home?
Yeah, the greatest thing is I feel like we have, and not, it's hard, right? Not that I have full control over everything. We can't. That's what we live. We give up to the Lord. But as much as we can control the protection of what our children are hearing and what they're learning, so just even picking curriculum, and what is it that I am teaching my kids, and then being able to, we do a lot of like apologetics, and be like, this is what the Word of God says, but this is what the world is going to tell you, and this is what the world is going to tell you with music and media. And I mean, you can go through all social media and phones. Our 12-year-old does not have a phone yet, and I know a lot of people would probably think that that's ridiculous, but and she's perfectly fine, and we just say, hey, there are things, and just being able to have those conversations. And almost, I think that we want our kids to let them know, like, I'm going actually through just finished the book of Leviticus, and the whole concept of being set apart is what God has called us to do. And that may look weird and different and not like the rest of the world, but that is amazing, and that's good. And let's champion that, instead of it being like, oh, my kids aren't going to be able to do this because that's not what the rest of the world is doing. But then be able to teach them those things, so that when they do go out into the world, I feel like they will be equipped and ready to, I mean, that's my prayer. I know it's not going to be perfect. Be able to be equipped and prepared to do that. And I think that with media and whatnot, we have the opportunity to even not just shelter them from everything, like, nope, you can't do any of it. But as they get older, we may be able to show them things, or they may listen to a song. And we were just talking about this with some of the, I won't name drop, but very big famous singers, and be like, hey, let's talk about this song. Is this something that is uplifting and wholesome? Is this encouraging, or is this actually speaking lies? So I think that with media and whatnot, we have to use discretion, but at the same time, we can use these as opportunities to be able to teach our kids what is true and discern, so that they can then later make their own decisions.
That's amazing. Very well spoken. Very well spoken. So, Barvel, speak to the people and tell us what would you like to tell them before.
Yeah.
Rhoda was
So County Rescue is going to hit Great American Pure Flix February 23rd, and then every week there'll be a new episode. Or if you want to watch it on the linear cable station, Great American Family, it airs episode 1 airs February 26th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. You got to check it out. There's 5 episodes for this first season. We're so excited and so proud of it. It's a show that will give you hope. It's a show the whole family can watch. It tackles real life situations, real life topics that families can discuss. It's got a little bit of romance in there for all the lovebirds out there, but it's also got some action and drama and some comedy. It's a show the whole family is going to be able to enjoy. So I hope you check it out.
Thank you so much for being on the
Thank you.
show. I
Appreciate
hope to
you.
talk to you soon.
Yeah.